Hello everyone, welcome to West Yorkshire Poetry Week. I'm Mohamed Saloo, I'm a poet, and I'll be talking today a little bit about me and also what exactly is poetry. So to begin, me. Now, I was a 13-year-old boy in a classroom. We just studied about medieval knights, and our English teacher asked us to write a limerick. So I picked up my pen and I scribbled away, and you know what? I got a poem scribbled, but put the pen down. And I looked around and everybody else in the classroom was still scratching their heads or still writing away. And I thought I've done one of two things. Number one, I've misunderstood the whole task and got it very badly wrong. Or number two, I'm quite good at writing this poetry stuff. I think it's number two, because from there I carried on writing and writing. I wrote through school, I wrote through college, I wrote through work, I wrote through life, and I carry on writing to this very day. So what exactly is poetry? And what is poetry to me? It's a very interesting question. Poetry to me is the expression of thoughts and feelings. Your thoughts and your feelings. We all hold things inside. I have lots of things inside, in my head and my heart. And they make me think. And sometimes I want to share them. I want to write them out. I want to describe what I'm thinking. I want to describe what I'm feeling. And this is where poetry comes in for me. It allows me to express all that's inside of me, all that I'm thinking about. And it allows me, if I want, to share it with somebody else. If I want, to share it just onto the piece of paper so that I can see what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. It's interesting that. How many times have you written something just for you to think about what you're thinking? We don't do that so much, but poetry allows us to do that. For example, and poetry. What is poetry to me? Poetry is the expression of thoughts and feelings for the writer. It's the interpretation of thoughts and feelings for the reader. If I was to say to you, I came upon a wooden bench. If I would say that line to you, now I'm thinking about a wooden bench that I know, but I bet you're thinking about a wooden bench that you know. It could be in a park, it could be outside a library. Mine was outside a library. It could be anywhere. But this is the beauty of poetry. I haven't told you where the bench is, but it's related to you. It's connected with you. And now you've made that your own. That's what poetry is to me. Why do I write poetry? It's a very interesting question again. Why do I write poetry? Well, I think the short answer is because I love writing poetry. I can look at something and use words to turn it into a sculpture. I can choose which words I use, where I put them, how I put them, to turn something that is just, for example, a leaf on a tree. And I can turn that leaf into so much more than it is, just by using the right form of words. I love writing poetry. It allows me to express everything that I want to express. My thoughts, my feelings, everything that I want to say. Good, bad, everything. And it allows me, if I want, to then share it with someone else. And maybe it will connect with them. And they'll read what I've written and say, I feel that. And that's the beauty of poetry. So what do I write about? Well, I write about anything. I really honestly write about anything. Sometimes the poems are funny. Sometimes I write about samosas and salad cream, which seems to everyone seems to hate that for some reason. I love it, but never mind. Sometimes I write about a leaf on a tree or a magpie in a yard. Sometimes I write about things that mean something to me or to celebrate something, like a poem that I've written about my hometown. Sometimes I write about sad things, things that I don't like, things that are happening around me, maybe where I live or maybe around the world. And I want to express, I want to say something. I want to encourage you to write your own poem. Let your own voice touch those words, sculpt your own sculpture in words. Now, when all this began, this little video, I mentioned to you about a poem that I wrote about my hometown. It would be awfully, awfully rude of me not to share that poem with you. So this is a poem written about my hometown called My Batley. I have to take my glasses off to read. From the cobblestones to the hills of green, timeless vision of a Batley scene, rich in history, diversity and faith, united in pride, friendship and praise, vibrant in colour, fragrance and sound, pleasant by nature, friendly all round. Red bricks, sand bricks, chimneys and slate, walls and rooftops that makes Batley great. Towering clock in the market square, memorial gardens to show we care. Passing strangers with a friendly nod, a place where friends don't mind being odd. And then I witness from a cobble bay, when Batley united for festival day, a final boast. I think I should add, it's nice to be a Batley lad. Thank you. So I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and this is the start of West Yorkshire Poetry Week, so I'm really hoping that you enjoy this entire week and through it you produce some wonderful poetry. You're poets, right? Let that expression of thoughts and feelings out in your words and share them with us. I really hope you enjoy writing poetry, and I look forward to reading them too.